Well, folks, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the class. Today we'll talk about the pivot points, which is also a very useful indicator. I love it, to be honest with you. It's one of my favorites. So how does the pivot point works? The pivot points is the current market condition, which is calculated using data from the past, like any other chart, because it works on the charts anyway. The formula is roughly is a high plus low plus close divided by 3 will give you the pivot point, but the trading station will perform these calculations for you because they will also give you support and resistance line in the pivot point. Now, what is a pivot point? Pivot point is actually a turning point of the market. Now, as you can see here, the pivot point is this blue one. This is the pivot. That's a pivot point. And then this is your first support level, second support level, and third support level. The same time, likewise, it's the first resistance, second resistance, and third resistance. Now, if the market is trading above the pivot point, right, above it, then people will buy here. On top of the pivot point, I put a stop loss just underneath the pivot point, and they wait for the market to go to first resistance or the second one or, the third one. Basically, on top of above the pivot point is bullish market. The market is in bull's control. But as soon as it will break the pivot point and come down like here, then the market goes short. It's a bearish market then. Now, the bearish market means it's in the seller's control. So the pivot point is like a turning point. Now, if the market is below that, a lot of people will sell around here. And even if it does go back to pivot point, they will sell again. They take their profit in the support 1, or they take their profit in a support 2. You can use that on a daily basis. You can use that on a hourly chart, 1 hour chart. And then you will use that as 4 hours. And then you can use that on daily or weekly. Depends, what kind of trader you are. Swing traders, we use it weekly chart because obviously they're looking for a long-term trade. Daily traders, obviously the day 1 or 4 hours, and the scalpers we use mostly an hourly chart or even 30-minute chart. The pivot point will tell you also the direction of the market, or is it bullish or is it bearish. So simple word, above the pivot point is market is bullish. You can choose your profits on any resistance you like, or you can sell. Some people will sell at the third resistance because they believe here market might make a U-turn and then come back and buy that again. But this is how the pivot points work, and it's a very useful tool, to be honest with you. And some of the traders only use pivot points and maybe another couple of indicators, which I will explain you in my next class. Thanks very much, and hope I made myself clear. You guys have a lovely day.